Today you are not a king or conqueror. You are a charioteer, and by nightfall, you will know exactly what that costs. If your hands fail on the reins for one heartbeat, 3 men die together. On this plain near Kadesh, even victory begins with horse sweat in the dark. You wake before dawn to the smell of dung, damp leather, and yesterday's ashes pressed into the earth. A groom is already rubbing down the team with handfuls of straw. A bronze bit strikes wood, and every small sound tells you the camp has been awake longer than you. You kneel beside the axle first. Always the axle. Your fingers find grease, grit, and a hairline roughness where wood has suffered from yesterday's strain. The wheel pins are checked, the rawhide lashings pulled tight. And you whisper to the storm god that the frame holds for one more charge. The horses know before the men speak. Their ears twitch toward the east, where pale light spreads behind low hills and river haze. You breathe into one flared muzzle and smell grain mash, warm breath, and the sharp iron scent of tack. A good team feels fear early. That makes them honest. Your chariot carries 3. You drive. Beside you stands the shield bearer with a broad hide-covered shield and a spear close at hand. Behind, balanced by practiced knees, the warrior flexes his bow arm and checks the bronze scales sewn over linen at his chest. Every man depends on the other staying upright. A priest moves through the rows with a bowl of smoke, feeding cedar and resin to the coals. Men touch their belts, their horse manes, their own lips. Names of gods pass quietly. Tarhunt the storm god, the sun goddess of Arena. You do not ask for fame, you ask for wheel, horse, and breath. When the order ripples through camp, it does not sound grand. It sounds like pegs pulled from earth, harness buckles, curses, men clearing throats. You guide the team into position among many other chariots, each rail painted, each wheel rim dusty. Each crew pretending their stomach is steady. The plain around Kadesh opens wide and deceptive, brown earth cut by the Orontes and broken by low growth near the water. Ahead lies the Egyptian force, though much of it is still scattered and arriving. Rumor runs faster than horses. Some say their king has come too far ahead. Some say their camp is exposed. You wait in that stale pocket before violence. When flies still circle and men shift their weight to ease numb feet, then the signal comes. Reins tighten in your fists. The horses lean forward together, and the first surge snaps through the yoke into your shoulders like a thrown stone. The chariot does not glide, it pounds. Every rut climbs your legs and hammers your spine. Dust rises at once and coats your lips. You see only parts of the world between jolts, wheel rims flashing, horse haunches straining, a spear point. A patch of trampled scrub, the river glinting and gone. Then you strike the edge of the Egyptian camp while men are still spilling into it. Tether ropes catch ankles, pack animals scream, cooking jars burst under wheels. You drive through fallen poles and scattered shields, while your warrior looses arrows into bodies half-armored, half awake, not yet formed into the lines they trusted. For a few breaths, it feels easy, too easy. The team tears across open ground between tents and supply carts, and men in linen kilts scatter before you. Your shield bearer braces hard against the rail as a javelin skims past. Behind you, the bowstring sings again and again, quick as a hand slapping wet hide. But plunder has its own gravity. Some of your countrymen slow to seize gear, animals, ornaments.
Anything loose enough to carry. Chariots break rhythm. Men leap down. The clean edge of the assault blurs into pockets of greed and confusion. You taste fear then, because a broken rush invites a counterblow. It comes with shouting from deeper in the camp. Egyptian guards and picked fighters rally around their king's position. Their arrows thicken. Their chariots begin to answer.
One Hittite car just ahead clips a broken cart tongue, flips sideways, and throws all 3 men beneath its own team. You cannot stop. The wheels pass close enough for you to hear bone. Your left horse stumbles, catches itself, and jerks the whole frame so hard your teeth crack together. The reins burn your palms. The shield bearer slams a shoulder into you to keep his footing, and that shove saves all of you from capsizing. You smell blood now, though you do not know whose. You wrench the team into a turn where the ground is firmer, closer to the river's damp edge. Mud spatters the wheels. Arrows hiss into reeds. The warrior behind you has changed from shooting at easy targets to choosing shots at drivers and horses. He knows the truth of chariot battle, kill movement, and men become meat. The field is no field anymore. It is islands of motion in a storm of dust. Crews call to each other and vanish. Bronze flashes once and is lost in brown air. You pass a dead horse still half-harnessed, kicking at nothing, and a man crawling away with one leg bent the wrong way, dragging a broken shield. Word reaches you in fragments, carried by riders and raw-throated officers. More Egyptian troops have come up. The first shock did not end them. You are ordered back, then forward, then to wheel right with others to strike where their line thins near the camp hedge. Command on a day like this arrives already frayed. By late light, your arms shake from holding the reins against terror and momentum. The horses foam at the chest and darken with sweat under dust. Relief feels almost shameful. You guide the team away from the killing ground slowly, because haste now would break what battle spared. Back in camp, no one speaks of immortality. You unbuckle straps stiff with sweat and scrape mud from the wheels with a bronze knife. One horse has a shallow cut along the flank. The shield bearer vomits beside a tent peg and rinses his mouth with warm water, picking splinters from his palm. At last you eat barley bread gone hard at the edges and a handful of onions with sour beer that tastes of the jar. Night settles over the tents. Men tell each other that the Egyptians were nearly crushed, that the king escaped by luck, that tomorrow may finish it. Then the fires sink low, and you understand what the carvings never will. A battle remembered as a triumph is, to your hands, a wheel that nearly came apart.